Welcome back to the Barber Mosaic. I am Maurice, and today's video is about should I upgrade from the Canon R5 to the Canon R5C. Stay tuned. Before we get into the video, thank y'all for joining me. Please do not forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and make yourself a part of the notification gang. What do R5 users do when it comes to the new R5C that just came out? I am already a Canon R owner, the original Canon R owner. Also, the Canon R5 is something that I also have, as well as I'm recording this right now on the Canon R6. And one of the major issues that I always ran into that I have is, of course, the overheating issue. Now, on the outset, you look at what the Canon R5C is rumored to be able to do, or the specifications that were there that it's able to do. We're talking about unlimited 4K recording at up to 120 frames per second. That's big for me. If you look at my channel, you see what I do. I do a lot of sports content, and I need slow motion. Continuous slow motion is a deal breaker for me. When I bought the Canon R5 initially, I was thinking that I would be able to use this camera a lot in terms of getting that slow motion footage, that smooth, buttery, slow motion footage, and that's just not the case. I haven't been able to do that. This camera does overheats. Bro, the camera will give me a 7-minute, 29-second timer before I have done anything. I get to the location, I get to the game, I get to where I'm going, and the camera tells me I have 7 minutes and 29 seconds of slow motion. I have 7 minutes and 29 seconds to record 4K at 120 frames per second. And I'm so choosy, I'm so picky. I don't want to waste anything getting different moments that I may not need or may not use. So I very rarely get the shots that I want to get. And it's been a very big hindrance to me. A lot of people love my content, they love what I do, but I know it would be that much better if I had a camera that I know I could rely on to give me that 120 frames per second at 4K, up to 4K. Well, the R5C not only does that, but it surpasses that. Goes all the way to 8K at 60 frames per second. Now, this is said to need an outside external power source. That's cool, whatever. I'm not going to be using much 8K anyway, but it's still cool to have. I don't have money just falling from everywhere, so this is a big question for me. I have an R5, I have a 6, I have a Canon R. What I do is I do a lot of stills photography, and I also do a lot of video. I do a lot of sports photography, a lot of sports video. So I know I don't need 4 cameras. If I get rid of which camera should I get rid of? Should I get rid of the R5, sell that? I probably can get about $3,000 for that. Put that towards the R5C. Then I've got the R5C as our main cam and the R6 that I'm recording on now as a B cam. Cool. Or do I get rid of the R6, get a couple grand for that? That way I have the R5C as a main cam, and then I have the R5 as a B cam. Or do I get rid of the R5 and the R6? Take my stills photos with the R and do all of my video projects with the R5C. And let me know what you would do in the comments. Luckily, I made the switch from EF to RF in terms of my lenses, so that's not an issue for me. I've got just enough lenses that I feel I need to get the job done, so I'm not worried about lenses right now. I want to be able to do what I do at a more efficient and effective pace. I also just purchased a 5.2mm VR lens. That is compatible with the R5C. So it's not like if I get rid of my R5, I won't be able to use this. As it stands, I have one CF Express Type B card. It's 128 gigs, fills up quick when I'm shooting in 8K or even 4K 120. So now I have to go back and reinvest in another card that's probably going to be about 512 gigabytes. I also shoot using an external monitor. This is the Atomos Ninja V, the first Ninja V, not the Ninja V Plus. So with this is not going to make use of being able to shoot at 4K and 120 frames per second. So now I have to get rid of this. Now the Sony FX3 is compatible with the Ninja V Plus. Hopefully a firmware releases that will allow the R5C to be compatible with the Ninja V Plus, because the FX3 can shoot at 120 frames per second in 4K or 1080p. If that's the case, that's cool. I can upgrade from the Ninja 5 to the Ninja 5 Plus. 4K 120 on the R5C audio is there. So you can record audio files as well. On the R5, no audio. The biggest thing for me is the overheating is a non-issue. And with that being said, I made my decision and I have pre-ordered the R5C. It's not slated to be released until March. I called when I pre-ordered. I made my pre-order through the phone at Canon USA, and the representative told me it'll be about April before we get the cameras. So as soon as I get it, I'm gonna do an in-depth unboxing, review, all that good stuff to let y'all know what my first impressions are of the Canon R5C. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the R5 and the R6, if I'm gonna keep them, if I'm gonna get rid of them. Y'all let me know what y'all would do in the comments. Again, this has been Maurice from Barber Mosaic. Thank y'all for joining me. Do not forget to like the video, or dislike the video, whatever you want to do. Just give me some engagement and subscribe to the channel. Thank y'all. Have a good one.